If 100 Spartans faced 100 Vikings in a straight-up fight, who walks away? Today we're settling it with history, tactics, and a battle simulation. Let's go. What's up, warriors? I'm Wave, and today we're doing something a little different. Today we pit legends against legends using real-world sources and military logic. Smash that like if you love history that hits hard, and drop your pick in the comments. Spartans or Vikings? 100 Spartans, classical Greek hoplites, circa 480-420 BCE. 100 Vikings, Norse warriors, circa 9th, 10th century CE. Neutral, even numbers. No cavalry, no archers beyond what's typical for the force. Standard kit, no fantasy buffs. Open field, daytime, dry conditions for the main bout. We'll mention variants, but we pick one clear winner. We'll break down gear, training, formations, tactics, and then run a step-by-step battle sequence. We'll also test a couple terrain twists, but at the end, one side wins. Clean and clear. Spartans, citizen soldiers of a militarized state. Think lifelong training from youth, brutal discipline, and the phalanx, an armored wall of shields and spears that bulldozed opponents in close order combat. Vikings, professional raiders and warriors, fierce, flexible, and used to mixed combat, shields, axes, spears, sometimes mail armor, known for shield walls, sudden charges, and dirty close fighting. Spartans, primary, dory spear, 2 to 3 meters, 6.59 feet, thrusting. Secondary, Xaphos short-sword or kopis, shield, aspis, hoplon, large round bronze face, AE7 8K, covers shoulder to knee. Armor, bronze helmet, Corinthian style, cuirass, bronze or lenothorax, greaves, high overall coverage. Formation, deep phalanx, overlapping shields, spear points forming a hedge. Vikings, primary, spears, axes, including Dane axe for some, swords for wealthier warriors. Shield, round wooden shield with iron boss, lighter than hoplon, great for active parrying. Armor, many with leather wool, a portion with mail shirts and helmets, less uniform coverage than Spartans. Formation, shield wall, flexible ranks, room for individual skill and weapon switching. Quick note, reach advantage. Spartan dory outranges most Viking one-handed axes and swords. Comparable to Viking spears, but the Spartan phalanx aligns many spear points at once. Protection, Spartans generally more heavily armored per capita. Spartans, the Agoge forged soldiers for collective action, staying in line under pressure, keeping shields locked and advancing in step. Command structure is tight, signals are clear, fear is managed by habit and culture. Vikings, high individual skill, tough as iron, fearless reputation. Their cohesion comes from shared experience and the shield wall, but they aren't drilled to the same uniformity as Spartans in massed, set-piece battles. Edge, cohesion, Spartans. Individual dual skill and adaptability, Vikings. Spartan phalanx, offensive engine. It wants a flat field to keep ranks intact and drive forward, using weight and spear density to break opponents. Viking shield wall, defensive, versatile. It can absorb charges, trade missiles, and then burst with aggressive pushes, axe hooks to yank shields, and sudden gaps for fast fighters. Counterplay, Vikings might try to hook the hoplon and create openings, but the aspis is deep, heavy, strapped, harder to yank than lighter round shields. It also overlaps, so hooking one doesn't open a huge gap if the line discipline holds. Spartans will avoid getting spread out. They'll maintain formation, punish any Viking who steps out to swing big. Both sides are terrifying, but Spartan doctrine prizes holding the line above personal glory. Vikings excel in shock and ferocity, and their morale is strong, yet unit integrity under sustained push of pikes favors the Spartans. Open flat ground, phalanx thrives. Rough ground, woods, rocks, shield wall, and looser Viking tactics get better. Phalanx loses shape. Mud or rain, heavier Spartan kit is attacks. Footing hurts both. We'll run the main simulation on open ground, then sanity check alternates. Stage 1. Approach and missile skirmish. Vikings likely have a handful of throwing spears and axes. They'll loose a volley to disrupt the Spartan front rank. Spartans carry fewer throwables. Their doctrine is to close ranks and absorb with shields. Result, minimal Spartan losses. Aspis coverage is excellent. A few helmets ring, maybe 1 to 3 down if lucky hits find gaps. Stage 2, first clash. Spartans strike first with spear reach. The first 3 ranks can thrust over shoulders, so you get multiple spear points per Viking in the front. Vikings' front rank takes the brunt, tries to bat spears away with shields and step inside to axe range. Result, Vikings lose 5 to 10 quickly as spear density tells. Their spearmen answer back, but the Spartan wall is thicker and heavier. Stage 3, grind and push. The phalanx begins the othismos, the shove. Hoplons overlap, legs drive. Spartan rear ranks keep pressure and rotate wounded out when possible. Vikings counter with axe hooks to drag shields and with targeted strikes at spear shafts. A Dane axe can snap a spear, but committing to the swing opens the user to the next spear or a shield edge bash. Result, casualties mount. Spartans may be 5-10 down by now from hurled weapons, broken spears, and close stabs. Vikings 20-30 down as their front compresses and can't all reach to fight. As the Viking wall bows, gaps appear. Spartans exploit with short swords, staying shoulder to shoulder. Viking morale wavers not from fear, but physics. Less space, bodies underfoot, no flank to maneuver. Brave pushes by axemen create brief dents but get plugged by second-rank Spartans. Result, Viking formation fractures. Once a section turns or stumbles, the phalanx rolls that side. Losses spike, Vikings 50-60 down, Spartans 15-20 down. With the line broken, Spartans maintain cluster pursuit, not a chaotic chase. They stab with Xiphus and Dory stubs, shields still up. Vikings out of formation fight like demons in knots, taking a few Spartans with them, but without a coherent line, they're overwhelmed. End state, Spartans standing 70-80, Vikings eliminated or routed with 80-90 casualties. Formation density and reach, multiple spear points on target versus single weapon per Viking. Armor and shield superiority, better protection against the opening volley and the grind. Drill and cohesion, holding shape under stress, rotating ranks, disciplined advance. Broken/rough terrain, woods or village lanes. Vikings improve. The phalanx can't keep a perfect line. Ambush angles and quick footwork matter. Expect a much closer fight, possibly 55-45 for Vikings and heavy clutter. Dane axes can find helmets and legs, and individual skill shines when formations fragment. Rain and mud, Spartan weight is a burden. Spear thrusts lose snap, footing fails. Vikings get a bump, but their own footing suffers. Call it closer, still slightly Spartan favored if the ground is mostly open. Night fight, chaos helps Vikings. Surprise rushes and shield hooks work better. Could swing Viking, but our declared matchup is an even open field day battle. Myth-busting quick hits, Vikings are berserkers so they auto-win. Ferocity is real, but formations beat lone heroes in a 100v100 line fight. Spartans are invincible. No. They lost battles when flanked, outranged, or forced into bad ground. Their edge is specific. Disciplined heavy infantry on open terrain. In a straight-up open field clash of 100 versus 100, the Spartans win. Their heavy shields, longer reach, tight formation, and relentless drill chew through the Viking shield wall over a few brutal minutes. On rough ground, the Vikings can flip the script, but under our main rules, the clear winner is the Spartans. Agree? Disagree? Drop your battle plan in the comments. Who should Wave throw into the arena next? Samurai versus Roman legionaries? Mongols versus Mamluks? Hit subscribe so you don't miss it. Until next time, stay sharp. This is Wave signing off.